In today's video, we're going to take a look at the NFL, but it's going to be East versus West. Now, to make this as accurate and fair as possible, I made sure to find a halfway point between the easternmost part of the US and the westernmost part of the US, if you disregard Alaska and Hawaii, okay? So we're just dealing with the main states. So the easternmost part was West Quoddy Head in Maine. I don't know if I said that right, but just know it's somewhere in Maine. Now, the westernmost point was in Cape Lava in Washington, all the way up near Seattle. So the entire distance between those points is 3,410 miles. Halfway would be smack dab in Minneapolis, Minnesota. So we drew a line straight from Minnesota down through the rest of the US. And the East is barely gonna get the Chiefs and the Texans. The West is gonna get the Cowboys. And you can tell where every other team on the map is gonna be. So without further ado, let me introduce you guys to the squads. The West only has 8 teams to choose from, but they are still a 98 overall. Like, the teams they have are very, very talented. The Cowboys donated their quarterback, but Russell Wilson from the Broncos will be leading the way in game number 2. Remember, this is the best 2 out of 3. And if there is a third game, Kyler Murray will be leading the way for the West squad. Zeke's going to be the starter because he does have abilities. Jacobs, Gordon, Eckler only an 86. If you don't think he's underrated, I don't know what to tell you, man. UCashapp 88 overall. They have the top 3 wide receivers. That's the best thing they have going for them. Devontae, Cooper Kupp, and Nuke Hopkins. So Dak has plenty of weapons to throw to. 2 98 overall players on the offensive line. So O-line is looking good. You have Kittle, Waller, and Higbee. The entire front 7 is all X factors. You have so much depth. Micah Parsons, Max Crosby, JJ Watt. Just notable names that are not even starting. You have Bosa, Donald, and Jones all on the D-line. Secondary is pretty freaking nasty. Derwin as some depth, Ramsey, JC Jackson. So this team is nasty, obviously, but the East side is the best side, at least on paper. 99 overall, led by TB12. My homeboy is going to lead the way in game number 2, and then if there's a game number 3, Aaron Rodgers will be the quarterback. So yeah, they're looking pretty stacked. King Henry, McCaffrey, Chubb, and not to mention 5 other running backs. So the East had the top 8 running backs in the league. They had the top 4 quarterbacks in the league. We couldn't even fit Lamar. Wide receivers, you know, they didn't do the best, okay? They had only 2 of the top 5 with Tyreek and Stephon Diggs, but they still looking nasty. Amari, you have Michael Thomas, you have Kelsey Andrews Hawkinson. O-line is pretty nasty. Believe it or not, they have less X factors on the front 7 than the West side, but still very nasty. You have Watt, Vaughn at the outside linebacker positions. You have Vita Vea, Hayward, Myles Garrett, just disgusting. Secondary, I would say, is slightly better on the East side team. Gilmore as your 3rd best cornerback is scary. They have 6 of the top 7 cornerbacks, and they have the top 5 defensive tackles in the league. Only a 1 overall difference, though. So even though they're the favorite, they're not huge favorites. As per usual, claim your team in the comment section. The West side off to an early 10-3 lead in this ball game. Now, I mean, the East has way more teams to choose from, but that does not mean that they're gonna end up winning, man. The last one we did, North versus South, I'm not gonna spoil it, but let's just say it came down to the end, okay? So you don't know who's gonna win. 4th and 12, West side going for it. Start of 4th quarter. Dak Prescott drop back, has good protection. He's gonna get hit as he throws it towards the end zone. It's off the tip, and Jair gets the interception. The secondary of the East side coming in clutch right there. Now Tom Brady is in the driver's seat. All he has to do is waste some clock, get a few first downs, and it's all but over. Only 14 yards on 7 rushes. The West side's D-line is unbelievable. That's what happens when you have Donald mixed with Crosby, JJ, all them dudes. Look at the tackle for a loss by Warner. 6 tackles on the day for the highest overall MLB. Not just in Madden 22, but also Madden 23, man. We started getting some ratings. It's going to be a 3rd down and 5. Brady going to go down. Aaron Donald, the best defensive player of our generation, making it happen. It is not over just yet for the West side. In game number 1, Dak Prescott's gonna have to make something happen, though. Looks like this is gonna be man. Okay, maybe not. Either way, they found somebody wide open. That somebody is, oh yeah, 98 overall Cooper Kupp. You guys let me know, do you think he should have gotten a 99 in Madden 23? I'm curious what your thoughts are. Jacobs getting a decent gain. George Kittle getting them inside the 15. The clock is stopped, and they're still down 10. They need at least 3 right here to make it a 1-possession game. Dak stepping up. Could he scramble this time? This time he will. He's going to get close to the 1st down. 3rd down and 1. One of the biggest plays of the game. Last play before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they decide to hand it off. No, it's going to be a pass again. 4-man pass rush for the east side, and they're gonna get the Dak. Von Miller with 2.5 sacks on the day. So now the west side defense needs a stop, and it needs one badly. Look at King Henry shaking off Fred Warner. It's not even arguable, man. The east side produces better running backs. They have the top 8 in the league, but none of that matters. All that matters is getting the first down. This right here is the game. 3rd and 5, fake jet sweep. Henry getting stopped in the backfield. Derwin James keeping hopes alive for the west side. Dak has no timeouts, and they need a touchdown. 1st down and 10. Good protection once again. Oh, I jinxed them. Vaughn! 3.5 sacks now. You gotta at least make this a manageable 4th down, because it's 4 down territory. Nice help block by Austin Eckler, but Dak still throws a pick. Stephon Gilmore with the game-sealing INT. And the east side is going to take a 1-0 series lead. Dak with a costly interception. Actually, both his interceptions came late in the game. Before that, he was doing pretty well. Tom Brady, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick. He was going up against an all-star defense. Same with King Henry, 1.8 yards per carry. You hold him to that and you still don't get the W, man. You gotta think that's a missed opportunity. I mean, you kind of have to win that game if you're the west side. Now they have to win game number 2, or else this series is over. The fate of the west side falls in the hands of Russell Wilson. Dangerous. It's gonna have to be dangerous. They're gonna win this game, but it's not gonna be easy, man. They have to go ahead and do it against Patrick Mahomes. Last time they got off to a great start, it didn't matter. They were up 10-0. It did not matter. This time they're up 7-0. So they strike first in both games, but the east side is not far behind. As a matter of fact, they're in front. Let me rephrase that. They're behind at the start of half number 2, 17-16. The west side takes an 8-point lead. We're gonna see this matchup multiple times this season as long as both quarterbacks stay healthy. Mahomes versus Wilson should be one of the better matchups in the AFC West. All the matchups in the AFC West is gonna be a movie. Zeke with decent rushing yards in both games so far. He's doing his thing. 2nd down and 5, Devontae in motion. Russell Wilson, play action. The east side only rushed 3, and Zeke gets another nice gain. 3rd down and 5, Wilson in the shotgun. His team up 8. If they can get a field goal, that'll be huge. Gilmore on the blitz. I think that might be roughing the passer. Costly penalty right there. Gilmore, you don't really see him blitz often. They can get a stop here. I mean, it won't be over, but if they don't, it's going to be very tough. Wilson getting hit as he throws it. They're going to have to settle for the 3. Mahomes still has plenty of time. He has plenty of protection, and of course plenty of weapons. Look at Kelsey. You would think these are like 80 overall star devs. No, these are superstar X factors that he's tossing around with his stiff arm. Just a nasty display of athleticism. Same with that dive and that awareness from the offensive lineman to scoop it up. That was Nick Bosa with the strip sack fumble. It's now a 2nd and 20, so we see where the problem lies in this matchup, man. The west side's D-line is insane. Mahomes is flustered, and he throws a game-sealing INT. It's going to be a pass to keep the ball in the hands of their quarterback. Wilson going to scramble and throw it out of bounds. So they're still going to add 3 points, but the clock stops, and Mahomes still has a chance. We have reached the 2-minute warning. Do we see a Mahomes to Tyreek connection? Mahomes flustered again. Another fumble, and the west side is gonna win this ball game. The series is officially tied up at 1 apiece. Russell Wilson gets the better of Patrick Mahomes. 1 interception and then 2 fumbles. He only lost 1 of them, but still, it was just very costly. The ball security was not there. Derrick Henry with 2 poor displays, or maybe that D-line, that front 7 of the west side. Remember, they had 7 X factors. Russell Wilson had more rushing yards than Derrick Henry. I mean, come on now. Credit to the D-line, that front 7, because I mean, they're just doing an amazing job. Biggest reason why this is a tie series, and now it all comes down to game 3. We're gonna have Aaron Rodgers representing for the east side and Kyler Murray representing for the west side. This is 2 tourneys in a row where my team gets off to an early lead in the tournament, and hopefully they don't choke this one. Please, I gotta win something. I need us to win something. There you go. 14-0, 21-0, 28. It's a bloodbath. What is going on? Kyler is not doing his thing. 38-0. This is a drubbing. We're gonna slow it down just a little bit, see if they can. Oh no, okay, 45 to 0. I don't know what to say. Like, y'all saw, I started at the beginning, super simmed. I have no idea what's going on. 52! How you get a 50 burger dropped on you? You're a 98 overall. The East side is officially the best side. They dominate game 3. Rodgers, 5 touchdowns, only 1 pick. Kyler doesn't have the best track record in the playoffs. He only made it once, and he didn't have his best showing against the Rams. Now, granted, he lost to the eventual Super Bowl champions, and the team he's going up against in this simulation is extremely stacked. Henry had his best game of the series by far. Tyreek 9 for 104. Amari had 5 receiving touchdowns. That's probably a record. That's insane. Just a crazy stat line. Easily the MVP. So yeah, just don't let Amari Cooper and Aaron Rodgers link up in real life, or else it might be over for the league. But there you go. The East side ends up with the W. Did your squad get the W? Let me know, man. Thank you so much for watching to the end. Please subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys on the next one.